your parents won't let you go.
No, it's just that they'll go with me.
Does he hit you?
He shakes, he pushes, he swings. Sometimes I think he's trying to scare me.
To tell you the truth, Marcus, I don't feel very well.
Robin Givens is now 61 and revealing what we all suspected. Before the spotlight, she was a driven New York prodigy, balancing elite modeling with medical studies at Harvard in the 80s.
I think probably, honestly, if I'd gone to a different undergraduate school, I would be a doctor today.
Then fame shifted everything. What followed wasn't just headlines, but fear, control, and a story the public thought it knew. This includes her marriage to Mike Tyson that exploded into public chaos, abuse, lawsuits, and a career shattered by headlines.
Well, Peyton hasn't called. He's called the house a number of times. He suggested to Michael that I should back off. I could tell you that a person very close to us, he offered him money, $50,000, to help us get a divorce. He said he'd stop at nothing less than our getting a divorce.
This is Robin's unfiltered story, and a tragedy that derailed one of the industry's most disciplined stars. Robin Givens was raised in New York, splitting her childhood between Mount Vernon and New Rochelle. Her mother raised her and her sister, and faith was part of the home since Robin grew up Catholic.
You know, I was raised by my sister and I, by a single mom who was born in the South.
She was a sharp kid early on, the kind teachers noticed.
Those life lessons, life education.
While other teens were still figuring things out, she was already modeling and auditioning. Magazines like 17 and Mademoiselle booked her, and acting gigs followed not long after. By 14, she landed a small role in The Wiz in 1978, appearing as a guest at Aunt Emma's party. It was quick, it was brief, but it counted. She was on a real movie set, watching how professionals worked. That experience didn't slow her down. If anything, it made her busier. She kept acting while staying serious about school, which was always part of the plan. Robin attended New Rochelle Academy, a private school, and graduated young. At just 15 years old, she enrolled at Sarah Lawrence College as a pre-med major.
Graduated college at 19.
Really encouraged the arts, and it was something that was very close to my heart.
That made her one of the youngest students on campus. Medicine was not a casual idea for her. She talked openly about wanting to become a doctor, and she treated school like it mattered. Even while studying science, she kept booking roles in daytime television, balancing scripts with exams. During this period, she appeared on shows like Guiding Light, learning how fast television moved and how demanding it could be. Then came a big moment in 1985 when she auditioned for The Cosby Show. She landed a guest role playing Suzanne in an episode.
It's been 20 minutes.
I know.
You're not doing anything.
That appearance changed her access overnight. Bill Cosby took notice of her, became a mentor, and encouraged her to lean fully into acting. According to Robin, he told her to leave school and give Hollywood 2 years. If it didn't work, he promised to help her return to medical training and even cover tuition. It was a risky move, but she took it. Robin left college behind and stepped into the industry full-time. Almost immediately, the work picked up. She appeared on Different Strokes and then starred opposite Faye Dunaway in the television film Beverly Hills Madam in 1986.
Willis, what you're trying to do is really sweet. And Arnold, I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but don't you think you're pushing things a little bit?
These were not background roles. People were learning her name. By the mid-80s, she was no longer just a smart kid with potential. She was a working actress with momentum. Casting directors knew her face, networks returned her calls, and Hollywood started placing her in rooms that mattered. The foundation was set long before the public ever formed opinions about her. This was the part of her story where everything was still possible. No scandals yet, no headlines screaming. Just auditions, call sheets, agents, and long days. Friends from school watched from a distance as her schedule filled. She was young, confident, and busy, and the industry treated her like someone worth investing in. This was the calm before everything changed, even if nobody knew it back then anyway yet. By 1986, Robin Givens was no longer just a promising actress. She had a big break. That year, she landed the role of Darlene Merriman on Head of the Class, an ABC sitcom about a group of gifted students and their teachers. Darlene was the rich, sharp-tongued girl in the class. She was confident, witty, and sometimes biting. And Robin brought her to life in a way that made viewers notice.
I know you don't want to do this assignment, but I urge you to reconsider.
You're wasting your time.
The show ran for 5 seasons, from 1986 to 1991, and for many, that role was Robin. People started to confuse her with the character, and casting directors often saw her through the same lens: affluent, assertive, sometimes difficult. While starring in Head of the Class, Robin also took on other projects. In 1989, she appeared in the television miniseries The Women of Brewster Place, acting alongside Oprah Winfrey.
Trying to be proud of my African heritage?
Then came films like A Rage in Harlem in 1991 and Boomerang in 1992.
I don't date men. I work with.
Each role built her resume, but the public still strongly associated her with Darlene Merriman. That typecasting influenced how people reacted to her on screen and off. When she expressed herself publicly, fans sometimes assumed she was playing another version of Darlene. In 1994, Robin made a choice that sparked conversation. She posed for Playboy magazine. This wasn't just a publicity stunt, at least according to her. Robin said that she wanted to reclaim her voice, to write her own narrative rather than letting Hollywood define her. The decision caused debate. Some people criticized her for it. Others understood it as a woman taking control of her image.
Even though her Playboy pictorial happened 5 years after her split with Tyson,
Robin wrote her own article for the magazine, explaining her reasoning. The media reaction was intense. Headlines focused on her appearance rather than her career. Fans and critics discussed whether actresses could balance sexuality and professional respect. Robin's choice demonstrated that she was aware of the power in controlling her own story, even if public opinion didn't always agree. During this period, Robin continued to appear on television. She had guest roles on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and co-starred in the UPN sitcom Sparks from 1996 to 1998. She played Wilma Cuthbert, adding more comedic experience to her acting portfolio.
Hey, well, that's okay. I can walk. It's only 11 miles.
She also portrayed Claudia in the television movie The Face in 1996, acting alongside Yasmin Bleeth. Each project helped diversify her resume, but public perception lagged behind. Many people still saw her as Darlene Merriman, the character from her sitcom days. Even with ongoing work, fans and media often commented on her image. She was ranked number 88 on Empire magazine's 100 Sexiest Stars in Film History in 1995. While flattering, lists like these contributed to the perception that Robin's worth was tied to looks as much as talent. People remembered the TV character, the Playboy appearance, the magazine features, but often overlooked the hard work she did in front of the camera, the range she had in her roles, and the effort she put into expanding her career. By the late 1990s, Robin Givens had a resume that included sitcoms, films, and television movies. Yet public expectation and typecasting still followed her. This was the phase of her career where professional success and public perception were sometimes at odds. People loved her work, but many also assumed they knew who she was in real life based on the roles they'd seen.
But for me personally, it's sort of how I live my life.
This tension would set the stage for what came next in her personal life, the marriage that would dominate headlines and overshadow years of acting accomplishment. In 1987, Robin Givens began dating Mike Tyson, who was already a major figure in boxing. Their courtship was quick. By February 7, 1988, they were married. The wedding itself was highly publicized because Tyson was at the peak of his fame and Robin was a rising television star.
It was Hollywood and a heavyweight champion come to Red Square. Mike Tyson staying
There was no prenuptial agreement. Tyson was estimated to be worth about $50 million at the time, and their financial arrangements quickly became a focus of media attention. During their marriage, Robin bought a mansion in Bernardsville, New Jersey, costing roughly $4.3 million. Reports indicate she used funds withdrawn from Tyson's brokerage account to complete the purchase. The couple appeared together in public, including a Diet Pepsi commercial and the cover of Life magazine, which heightened public scrutiny.
Mike Tyson chooses Diet Pepsi.
Hey, Diet Pepsi the champion too.
In June 1988, Robin experienced a miscarriage. Around the same period, she claimed Tyson became physically and emotionally abusive. During the legal battles, Tyson claimed that Robin's pregnancy and miscarriage were part of a scheme to rush him into marriage, pointing out that she never gained a pound during the supposed pregnancy.
Was asked about reports that she had faked a pregnancy to entice him into marriage 8 months ago, as his lawyers have claimed.
Robin's attorney, Marvin Mitchelson, defended her publicly, stating she loves Michael Tyson, but there is continued violence, and she fears for her safety. The media immediately seized on these statements, and the public followed every development closely. Appearances in magazines and commercials were analyzed, debated, and criticized, adding layers of scrutiny to a marriage already under an intense national spotlight. Then, there's the infamous Brad Pitt story. During the late 1980s, in the middle of the divorce chaos, Tyson claimed he found a young Brad Pitt at Robin's house. According to Tyson, Pitt was terrified, begging him not to hit him, while the whole scene reportedly escalated tensions.
Well, I gotta think, Brad Pitt sees you, he's gotta be scared, because she's pulling up with your ex-wife at her house and you're sitting there in a car.
I was just emotionally comatose.
Robin later clarified that the in-bed part of the story was false, but admitted she was dating Pitt at the time. By October 1988, she filed for divorce, citing spousal abuse. She was granted a temporary restraining order and publicly stated that she feared for her safety. Tyson denied her claims and sought an annulment, accusing Robin of manipulating the situation, including allegations that she faked a pregnancy to secure marriage and financial advantage. In September 1988, Robin and Tyson appeared together on a televised interview with Barbara Walters. During the broadcast, Robin described life with Tyson as torture, pure hell, worse than anything I could possibly imagine, and spoke about his volatile temper.
It's been torture. It's been pure hell.
Tyson remained relatively calm throughout the interview. The program drew enormous attention, and the public discussion about their relationship intensified immediately afterward. Following the divorce filing, Robin filed a $125 million libel lawsuit against Tyson, claiming defamation and damage to her reputation.
Tyson's wife, Robin Givens, who's suing her husband for divorce and half his $50 million fortune.
At the same time, Tyson's legal team pressed for an annulment and publicly made claims that questioned her character and motivations in the marriage. Both legal actions contributed to extended media coverage that framed Robin as a controversial figure. By the end of 1988, the divorce and legal disputes dominated headlines. The marriage lasted roughly 8 months, but generated coverage that followed Robin for years. Reports about their relationship, Tyson's alleged behavior, and the couple's financial and personal disputes circulated widely in newspapers, television shows, and magazines. Robin's statements and legal actions fueled public debate, while Tyson's responses and the absence of a prenup added to the controversy. After the divorce was finalized on February 14, 1989, Robin continued to manage the fallout. Media narratives often painted her negatively, focusing on accusations and character judgments rather than legal facts or the details of the abuse claims. She became a central figure in ongoing discussions about celebrity relationships, abuse allegations, and public perception, with the marriage defining much of the public's view of her for the next several years. The finalization of Robin Givens' divorce from Mike Tyson did not end the public attention. Media outlets portrayed Robin in a negative light. Headlines labeled her as the most hated woman in America and frequently used the term gold digger. Sports media, as well as some African American publications, criticized her, questioning her motives for marrying Tyson and casting doubt on her allegations of abuse. Robin consistently denied receiving a significant divorce settlement, stating that she did not receive one dime. Despite these statements, the narrative persisted in public discourse, and discussions about her character and motives dominated newspapers, television segments, and magazine features. In 1989, the biography Fire and Fear, the inside story of Mike Tyson, included claims from Tyson that he had punched Robin, stating it was the best punch I've ever thrown in my life.
Yeah, I didn't feel guilty at all.
You didn't feel guilty?
No, I didn't feel guilty at the time.
Tyson later said the book contained inaccuracies, but reports from the biography circulated widely, further fueling tabloid coverage and speculation. Stories about Tyson's behavior, Robin's alleged manipulation, and financial disputes were repeated in countless interviews, talk shows, and magazines, making it difficult for the public to separate verified events from rumor. When Tyson made a joke about hitting Robin during an Oprah appearance in 2009, Winfrey apologized.
I have stalked her before, and she stalked me before as well.
Her libel lawsuit was partially withdrawn, and there was a wide range of media responses, including conflicts between African American and sports media. Public discussion was sparked by a number of contradicting, sensationalized, and unverified rumors regarding Tyson's actions. Following the divorce and media scrutiny, Robin pursued her acting and stage career, but public perception remained heavily influenced by her marriage to Tyson. She appeared in television series such as Courthouse and Sparks.
You hear that?
I don't hear anything.
And guest starred on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She also performed on stage, taking roles in the Vagina Monologues and a national tour of Chicago. Despite her continued work, media and public fascination with her personal life persisted, and interviews or appearances were frequently framed around her history with Tyson. Media attention, public appearances, and legal battles all became closely linked to Robin. Financial disagreements, alleged conflicts, and character issues were frequently noted in reports. Fans, reviewers, and journalists often brought up her marriage to Tyson even as she took on new acting jobs. Her status as a key player in celebrity scandal in the late 1980s and early 1990s was solidified by high-profile lawsuits, tabloid coverage, and contradictory claims from both sides. In the years following, Robin remained vigilant about her portrayal in media. She later sent cease and desist letters to Tyson and biopic producers to prevent negative or defamatory depictions of her life.
Apparently, she did a cease and desist, and now...
The narrative surrounding her divorce, abuse allegations, and lawsuits continued to affect public perception, influencing ongoing discussions about celebrity, domestic disputes, and reputations in the media. After the public divorce from Mike Tyson, Robin Givens focused on her personal life and career. In 1993, she adopted her first son, Michael Buddy Givens. In 1997, she married her tennis instructor, Svetozar Marinkovic, but that marriage ended in divorce after a few months. In 1999, she had a biological son, William Billy Jensen, with her ex-boyfriend, tennis player Murphy Jensen.
Being a mother has been one of the best roles of my life, quite honestly. So
These relationships were covered by the media, though not with the same level of controversy as her earlier marriage. In 2000, Robin appeared in a cameo in Toni Braxton's music video, He Wasn't Man Enough, as the wife of a cheating husband. Later that year, she became host of the syndicated talk show Forgive or Forget, replacing Mother Love halfway through the second season. Ratings initially increased but then declined, leading to the show's cancellation. She continued to act in television movies and series, including recurring roles on The Game and Tyler Perry's House of Pain, as well as guest appearances on Burn Notice and Chuck. Robin also performed on stage, including touring with Men, Money, and Gold Diggers, and starring in the play A Mother's Prayer, alongside Johnny Gill, Shirley Murdoch, and Jermaine Crawford in 2009. In 2007, she released her autobiography, Grace Will Lead Me Home, reflecting on her faith, family experiences, and challenges, including her earlier marriage and media scrutiny. Legal and financial issues continued to appear in the press. In 2004, Robin was involved in a traffic incident in Miami where she struck a pedestrian with her SUV. She was ticketed for failing to yield, though criminal charges were dismissed. A civil suit was filed later that year. In 2009, Forbes reported that the IRS was suing her for unpaid federal taxes, totaling nearly $292,000, including interest and penalties. In the 2010s, Robin expanded her television career by taking recurring roles on series such as Riverdale and Batwoman.
Riverdale was kind of a big part of that journey, you know? So it was like the first thing I did that I had no idea was going to be such a hit.
She also guest starred on shows including Chuck, Drop Dead Diva, and Suburgatory. By 2020, she moved into directing, making her debut with Lifetime's A Murder to Remember. She went on to direct Favorite Son in 2021, Favorite Son Christmas in 2023, A Jenkins Family Christmas in 2021, The Christmas Clapback in 2022, Haunted Trail in 2021, Horror Noir in 2021, and the comedy The Nana Project in 2023.
Did you know you wanted to direct? Has this always been on your bucket list of things to do?
Yeah, I had been wanting to direct for some time.
Robin has also remained vigilant about how her life is portrayed in media. She sent cease and desist letters related to biopic projects about Tyson, seeking to prevent negative or defamatory portrayals. Even decades after her high-profile marriage, she continues to manage her image actively, balancing career, directing, and family responsibilities. Through acting, directing, writing, and legal vigilance, Robin Givens reshaped her career and public presence. She transitioned from a controversial figure defined by a short-lived marriage to a professional with influence behind and in front of the camera. Her later projects, both on stage and on screen, reflect decades of work while she continues to deal with public perception and control her legacy.